Right, hi guys. I just wanted to quickly show you what I've been thinking about sort of making. As you probably most of you are aware, I had a bit of a safety issue the other day, so thought it needed addressing quite swiftly. So I've got one of these little devices here that links to this, which is just an air squeezy pad. Can't remember what the actual name. I think it was an air actuator. I'm just going to sit you down on the side while I connect the pipe up. And basically, what it does is, you might be able to hear this, but when I squeeze that, you've got a lens cap floating in your view. Hit one switch, squeeze it a bit more, the other switch comes on. So, as you can see, that is on a 2-metre piece of pipe. I plan on mounting this in this box. I have a hole in the side coming out. Now, I've only got this in here for just an example really. I don't really plan on using that. I plan on more using something like this. This is a 20 amp contactor. You could also use solid state relays, but to be honest, I want something like this running, because when they click, they make a really good noise. Now I know some people are going to say it's only a sound, but it's a very reassuring sound. So you can't hear but you can definitely hear so yeah, basically what I plan on doing is there'll be a lid on top. I'm going to use a couple of these 4mm banana sockets, and I'm going to use one side of this switch for low voltage things. These switches are actually rated at 240 volts at 15 amp, and I'm going to use the other side, or the other switch, for more high voltage things, and so this will be for the low voltage side. So like when I was charging the capacitors up the other day, although it was low voltage side because I was at the batteries, it was extremely dangerous. So this will be part of the battery connection, whereas this type of thing, or solid state relay, they're a bit more of a pain because you've got to have another voltage to run them on as opposed to 240. Can't remember what they go on. 3 to 32 volts, but that's DC. Now this is only a 10 amp one, but I've got 50 amp one I think. Got a few of those. But as I say, you've got to have another power supply for them, so a bit of a pain in the backside. This one actually takes a 500 or 600 volt coil. Yeah, 600 volt winding, which is a little bit large, but I've been told that you can get different coils, different magnets to make them run, so I've had it apart today. It's only 4 little screws. Well, I say little, not that little, but so yeah, I did make this, which you guys probably all remember. Run some remote control, hit the button, switches on either a timer, or you can just hold it and it comes on. The problem with it is that as soon as you use ZVS driver, even 555 timer with a flyback, anything high frequency like that, even the little small things that I was using to charge up the big capacitor the other day, or the big X-ray transformer, anything either high voltage or high frequency, not only does it mess with the radio signal, so it stops that from working, it also messes with the gauges, which is why those two gauges pretty much never work. I mean, they do work, they both come on, they both work, but as yet the variac has not been housed. It will be getting housed. I've got the board in, it's all ready. I've got some, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to them because they're under the shelf. I have a box down here with some, it's just going to fall down to the floor. Yeah, that's fine. We've got here, that's a kilovolt one. And we've got some analog meters. One goes up to 500 volts. As opposed to the kilovolt range. But I also have here a 200 amp meter, which I will be putting into a box at some stage when I build the box for the big Variac. I say when I build it, when I get someone else to build it, because I can't actually build that kind of thing. It just wears me out and makes me hurt. It's not worth doing. Yeah, I just wanted you guys to actually sort of realise how sort of seriously I do actually take your comments, suggestions, and you know, I mean, what did it cost me? That cost me £12. The box cost me £11, which I know it's a bit extortionate, but it's a waterproof. It's a hard construction. It's not a flimsy thing at all. And I'd have had to spend a £5's worth of petrol to get up the city to buy one. This thing cost me less than a tenner. You know, so for a really small price, saving your life. Doesn't matter if it cost £200. I mean, I couldn't have afforded it straight away, but you got to have these things. You really, really have got to have these things. You might all see that little birthday present from Ant. Nice coherent laser. Thanks, bro. But yeah. So anyway, I'll stop rambling on. I don't think there's really anything else to share with you. If you've got any questions you want to ask about anything, you know, feel free to ask. I'll help with what I can. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I shall speak to you all again soon. Thanks.